Hey there, so this video is one some of you might find interesting, especially if you're further away from Thailand, like the United States and stuff like that. So one of the biggest concerns I have found that people have from the United States is once they're here, let's say they're here either on vacation or even long term, what if there's a family emergency or a personal reason where you have to go back to the States on short notice? So last year, Kim needed to do it. Her brother had passed away, and we didn't share the experience, everything that's involved with like, hey, I got to get back to the States. Well, today I am doing a short notice trip back to the States. Stick with me in this video. I'm going to share with you everything I did, including how long it took, the ways I got my tickets, how I got to the airport and stuff like that. So we'll see you in a bit. So hey there, Kim and I have safely made it to the new Hua Hin bus terminal, bus station. So when you search bus stations online, there's a lot of options here. I could have gone out of Blueport, I could have gone out of Market Village. There's another bus station, but this is called the new Hua Hin bus station, and it's right next to Concept. So let me turn around. It's right next to Concept, and Kim and I had forgotten it's right next to Concept, so we went a few miles too far. But how did I end up here so fast? So yesterday we had short notice, and I'm going to share with you how I got my plane ticket changed a little bit later. But once I had my plane ticket changed, I needed to get to Bangkok, Suvarnabhumi Airport. And there's a lot of options. You could take a private car. We could have driven ourselves. And I could take a bus. And I chose to take a bus. The bus looks very similar to the one behind me right there. And it was only 425 Thai baht, which is about $12. And I found the bus ticket, and this is what I always do. I go to 12go.com. I'll actually put a link down in the description. Pretty much anywhere in Asia, if you want to travel between 2 points, go to 12go.com. They have everything. In this case, this was simple. This was just a single bus to the airport from Hua Hin, but we've done it before where we took a bus from the airport in Suratani. It arranged us a ride to Krabi, and it was all one ticket. So lots of options, but like I said, link down below, 12go.com. Kim's gonna miss me. You're gonna miss me, Kim?
Yeah, I thought I had a few more weeks before you had to go back.
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to leave for 26 days from now, but we have a short notice thing I need to go to the States for. It's better off if I'm there. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a bit. Bye, Kim. And just remember, I booked this ticket yesterday for today. So you can do short notice. I believe you can also just show up here. And there's a ticket counter right over there. And if you end up doing the Blueport or Market Village route where they have buses and vans and all that kind of stuff from those places too, typically I don't think those go to the airport. They go to various locations in Bangkok, like Mochit and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. But this was making it easy, direct from Hua Hin directly to the airport. So next stop, airport. And look at that, I get the back seat next to some storage and the bathroom. The bus was scheduled to leave at 8 a.m. and it's 7:52 and we're on our way. My guess is the bus is full, meaning they sold all the tickets. So if they sell all the tickets and everybody's here, they might as well leave a couple minutes early. Very, very successful, uneventful trip so far. They said the bus was going to leave Hua Hin at 8 a.m. and arrive here at noon. We actually left about 7 minutes early and we arrived here at 11:15, so it was about 3 hours and 20 minutes. Traffic was light. There was a little bit of stop and go, but over time, even that drive should get better because they're doing a lot of major road construction and work. So I'm gonna go check in, get through security, customs and stuff like that, and then I'll be giving you an update of how I changed my plane ticket. And it is so much busier than right after COVID. I used to walk in here and there would be no people. Look at this. So I actually arrived at the airport a little too early. The bus was supposed to be a 4-hour ride and it only took 3 hours and 20 minutes. And I wanted to make sure I had enough time when I got here. So I went to check in and I have to actually wait an hour and 20 minutes. So I decided to grab something to eat. Burger, fries, and a ginger ale at the Co-op bar. So this would be a good time to tell you about changing my tickets. So that was the first thing I needed to do, was confirm changing my tickets. So I went to the Starlux Airlines, which that's what I flew. It's a new, luxury economy airline out of Taiwan. And I went to their website and they did have a change ticket function right on their website. I put in my booking ID number and my name, then it said I needed to call customer service. So the next thing I did was I went to their website and I hit the chat button. I figured I would do customer service chat, and there were actually 10 people in the queue in front of me. I did a few other things while the queue was working its way to number one. Then once it got to me, I just shared with them my situation, told them I had a pressing reason to be back in the United States before my original ticket. And then they came back with some options. The first thing they did was they asked me which days I wanted to travel. Ironically, or my mistake was, I actually gave them yesterday as a potential travel day. And this was at like 10 o'clock in the morning. And they could have actually had me on a flight yesterday out of Bangkok. I didn't have enough time to do everything I needed, so I chose to do today. The cost to change my ticket ended up being $371 US. My flight's taking off at 4:20 today, and that's that. I had a plan B though. My plan B was potentially going to be to forfeit this ticket, and I was going to buy a round trip ticket from Bangkok to Los Angeles, and then Los Angeles back to Bangkok in May, because I am coming back in May. So I would have just bought my next round trip ticket. I would have been doing it in reverse, and I would have had to then just buy a one-way ticket home, but they were super accommodating, so I was happy about that. So I ended up getting to the airport here a little bit early, like 4 hours early, and actually more than 4 hours early because the bus was so fast getting here. I can't check in until 3 hours before the flight. So I think my flight is actually at 4:20 p.m. and they told me I can check in at 1:20 p.m. I had mentioned it earlier. This is the busiest I've ever seen this airport. I mean, I've seen it empty. Right after COVID, this airport was empty. I would check in and I'd be the only person in that line checking into my flight. Now, every check-in window of every airline on all of the, whatever they call them, rows, are full. So here in about 30 or 40 minutes, I'm gonna go check in. I'm gonna go through immigration and security, and then I'm gonna find an airport lounge, which, by the way, I mentioned airport lounges. For 55 years of my life, I traveled and I knew nothing about airport lounges. For the last 20 years of my life, I didn't have any credit cards. I did everything with debit cards and cash. But I recently discovered credit cards that offer free airport lounge access. And for me and Kim, our traveling experiences have changed like dramatically. We no longer mind getting to the airport early because we can check in early, just not too early, as I found out today. And then we go right through security and immigration. Then we go spend a couple hours at an airport lounge. They usually have free food. They have free drinks, including alcohol. We don't drink, but they also have free alcohol. and they're just more comfortable. They have better Wi-Fi and all that. So that's probably where you'll see me next. I may check in one more time with you after I check into my flight, but before I go through immigration. So thanks for watching as usual. And I'm gonna put some links down below for referral codes for those credit cards. You know, if you're responsible and you actually pay your credit cards off every month, there's no reason not to have one. So keep that in mind and upgrade your travel experience like we did. Thanks. I'm safely through immigration. And even though the airport's as busy as I've ever seen it, immigration wasn't bad. It was about 20 minutes total in line. You know, the line looks long, but it wasn't so bad. Now headed to the new terminal. They have a new terminal where our new gates are. That's probably for the new runway that they're going to be opening up later this year or next year and getting a start on it. So I'll see you guys there. So this is all new down here, and it looked like the new terminal is about a couple hundred yards away across the runway, taxiways and stuff. Train just left, so have to wait for one to come back, probably 5 or 10 minutes. I was wrong. It looks like the train is running every 3 or 4 minutes. It's back already.
The train is about to leave the station. Please wait inside the train away from those areas. Do not leave again to the station or to stop or have your foot be locked.
And there it is right there, the Miracle Lounge. Let me show you really quick how nice the Miracle Lounge is in the new terminal, Bangkok Savannah Airport. So I've gone from super busy, crowded airport to the new terminal where there's hardly anybody. So flights are rarely delayed on all the traveling I do, and today's flight is delayed, but it's only delayed like 30 minutes. So we're supposed to board at 4:10. It's 4:40 now and we're boarding. Taiwan. And wait till you see this crowd. So that was almost a mistake, waiting in that line. See all that line behind us? Those are for arrivals, but it's a little confusing. It actually looked like that was the line to go through something for transfers. So, on our way. So if you're ever doing a transfer here in Taiwan, it's not very intuitive. It's not the most obvious how to get from the arrival gate to your departure gate. Gotta really pay attention. So let me give you a little advice if you're flying through Taiwan. Just ask. Just ask. Tell them what gate, have them point you in the right direction, because it's not very obvious. First time I ever really didn't have a clue where to go.
各位贵宾，现在邀请座位在第2区第20至第24排的旅客登机，谢谢。
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I've arrived in Los Angeles International Airport. Total travel time from the house in Hua Hin to right now was 26 hours, but it was a 3-hour drive to Bangkok Airport. Then I was there for like 4 hours because I got there early. And so the total travel time was a 3-hour and 10-minute flight from Bangkok to Taiwan. I was only there for 2 hours, and then I flew a little over 11 hours from Taiwan to LA. So flight time was only 14 or 15 hours, with the layover was 16 or 17. So one of the faster trips, minus the trip to Bangkok and then being there too early. So that's about it for this trip, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.